It's sitting on my desk right now to review.
So you voted for Donald Trump. How's that working out?
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
Elon demanded you release the Epstein files.
And Rupert? He won't just listen to JD. He'll take action. And if JD and Rupert get their way, you'll lose, Donald. You'll lose everything.
Today, he's an assistant attorney general of the United States. What's he doing? Flying to Florida to talk with sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell, convicted in the Epstein criminal case.
What if I told you there's one tiny, four-letter word that can send Donald Trump into a full public meltdown? Nope, it's not golf. The Lincoln Project discovered it, weaponized it, and used it to turn Trump's own social media rants into free advertising for them. Today, we're breaking down their latest masterpiece, and trust me, it's so perfectly timed that you can practically hear the steam coming out of his ears. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us.
Oops, Donald. You thought you sent JD Vance to talk to Rupert Murdoch about stopping the Epstein story. Well, that didn't work.
A year ago, he was Donald Trump's criminal defense attorney. Todd Blanche defended Trump in the Stormy Daniels hush money trial. Trump was convicted on all 34 counts.
He said it over and over for years.
Can you guarantee that Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security will not be touched?
Yeah, I mean, I have said it so many times, you shouldn't be asking me that question.
So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Imagine a man with more money than most small countries, a gold-plated penthouse, a personal jet with his name on it, and once, the nuclear codes in his back pocket, completely losing his mind over one tiny, four-letter word. It's not hate, it's not libs, it's not even debt. The Lincoln Project figured out that the magic word is loser, and from that moment on, they've been hitting that button like it's a Vegas slot machine that keeps spitting out jackpots. See, they weren't just throwing insults around and hoping one would stick. They studied Trump's greatest fear, his sorest spot, the place where his ego lives. All his career, from reality TV to rallies, he sold himself as Mr. Winner. Every building had to be the biggest. Every crowd was the largest in history. Every deal was the best deal ever made. To his followers, he's a walking trophy case. Call him corrupt? He spins it. Call him dishonest? He shrugs it off. But call him a loser?
You should have sent Don Jr. or someone else that you could trust. Because you know JD Vance will tell anybody whatever it takes to get what he wants.
Maxwell knows everything. She'd love a pardon.
She answered all the questions truthfully, honestly, and to the best of her ability.
Yeah, Donald Trump thinks we're that stupid. Release the Epstein files. Now.
It is wrong to cut health care for the working poor.
There's a lot of MAGAs on Medicaid. I'm telling you, if you don't think so, you are dead wrong.
The effect of this bill is to break a promise.
Trump thinks you're stupid. He can distract you. Trump's old friend Ghislaine Maxwell got 20 years for child sex trafficking.
I just wish her well, frankly.
That's when the inner grumpy Trumpy comes out swinging. Loser isn't just another insult in Trump's world. It's a direct attack on the brand he's spent decades building. His whole political appeal is the strongman act, the idea that he always gets the upper hand, crushes opponents, and never, ever admits defeat. That's why the 2020 election loss still eats at him like a bad steak dinner. For someone obsessed with winning, being seen as weak or beaten is worse than any courtroom indictment. It's not just bad for his pride, it risks breaking the spell he has over his base. The Lincoln Project knows this, and they designed their now infamous loser ad like it was built in a psychological lab. Picture this, clips of Trump on stage, raging about fake results and rigged counts, played right alongside his most absurd conspiracies. Snapshots of court losses flash by, banners roll across the screen in all caps, loser. You hear him promising victory, then you see the headlines that say Biden won. Over and over, they hammer the contrast until you can almost hear his teeth grinding from wherever he's hiding out in Mar-a-Lago. public humiliation isn't just uncomfortable for someone like Trump, it's the kryptonite. This is classic narcissistic vulnerability, the fragile shell of confidence that cracks instantly under the right pressure.
Maybe J.D. Vance and Rupert figured out the succession. Who comes after you? They don't want to wait. Maybe they talked about when to start the 25th Amendment process to take you out.
Medicare, Medicaid, none of that stuff is going to be touched.
Nothing.
We're going to love and cherish Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. We're not going to do anything with that.
His biggest MAGA supporters said no cuts to Medicaid.
Here's what Donald Trump had to say about the convicted sex trafficker.
I wish her well. Whatever it is, I just wish her well, Frank.
To be perceived as a failure in the public eye, in a way that's completely out of his control, is like being forced to sit in a dunk tank while every critic lines up with a baseball. Each throw chips away at his dominance act. It's like poking a balloon with a stick, except the balloon is orange, combed over, and starts furiously typing in all caps on Truth Social the moment you touch it. And instead of patching the hole, he just keeps inflating himself with more posts, more rants, more interviews, which, and this is the genius part, spreads the very insult he's trying to destroy. Every angry reaction becomes an unpaid ad campaign for the Lincoln Project, blasting their message to millions of people who might never have seen it in the first place. This is where it gets almost comical. By trying to prove he's not a loser, he shows exactly how much the word haunts him. He's so desperate to fight the label that he ends up making it headline news.
There's something you should worry about, Donald. Something you should think about. What if J.D. Vance cuts a deal with Rupert?
Hey MAGA, he played you for a sucker. He knew you wanted to know the truth about the Epstein list.
We need to release the Epstein list. That is an important thing.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah.
He thinks you're stupid and he can fool you. He doesn't care about your health insurance. All he wanted was your vote. Donald Trump. It's just not working.
It's like watching Donnie Diapers step right into a net and then yell at everyone that it's not a trap while tangled up to his eyebrows. The term stings precisely because it exposes the gap between the fantasy and the reality, the always winning persona and the long list of elections, lawsuits, and businesses that didn't exactly end in victory. For the Lincoln Project, this was never about one ad. The word loser is just the doorway they walk him through. The real trick is timing it so every new blast hits when he's already under stress, already ranting about witch hunts or stolen victories. That's when the reaction is most explosive, and when he's least able to stop himself from amplifying the insult even further. It's a game they know they can win every single time because they're not just poking the bear, they're poking the balloon, and the balloon still hasn't figured out how the air keeps getting.